7 albums between £1 and £4 that I've gleaned recently. Let's have a look and see what's dump, keep or sell. Go! Right, first up, Greenslade. Now I obviously remember the name Greenslade back in the 70s, but I don't remember actually anything from them musically, strangely enough. So when I saw this I thought, oh, now that looks lovely, doesn't it? Look at that cover. Let's have a look at the cover first of all. Let's open that up and have a look. Oh, look at that. Look. That's a great cover, isn't it? Obviously that caught my eye. Now, the weird thing is, with the weed thing? The weed, dear. The weird thing is, this was in the £4 section. Now I thought, well, hang on a second. That seems a bit strange. This is premium prog rock, I would call it. What's it doing in the £4 section? Let me show you the inside, because that's a great picture, isn't it? Love that drum kit. It looks like Vistalite plus kind of metal finish on the bass drums and the floor toms, and love the backdrop. Fantastic. Yeah, in the £4 section. So I'm thinking a bit strange. So they always have the records inside the covers in the cheap section, and it's on the WB label, Warner Brothers. But when you look at it, you won't be able to see it. It's got a bit of a sort of a weird grey sheen about it, and I thought, oh well, that's why it's in the cheap section. You know, it looks like heat damage, they call it. I've heard that before. It's not warped or anything, but I thought I'll give it a go, see what it's like, and it's really good. I think I'm going to keep it because I don't think I'm going to sell it with that sheen on the vinyl. So I'm going to keep it just because it's got a fabulous cover. The other thing about it is it has a great sound, really good bass sound. Got a nice bit of mellotron on it. And strange thing is, prog rock, you always think of long tracks, don't you? 15 minutes, 9 minutes or thereabouts, whereabouts. But this is very short. Each track is very short. I was really surprised. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. The longest track is 5 minutes. Best track on here is the Arse's. Best track on here is the Ass's Ear. Be careful how you say that. And right at the end there's a track called Gangsters, which was a theme of a BBC One Play for Today, which was a programme which was on British television back in the day. Well, there you go, January the 9th, 1975 to be precise. It was a bit of a weird programme which was on after the news. It wasn't really for young people, it was for adults. And it was just always a little bit weird and in-depth. But yeah, there we go. Greenslade, Time and Tide. Forgot to tell you the title right at the beginning. There it is. But I'll keep that one, even if it's just for the cover. Next up, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Works, Volume 2. Picked this up for £1 in a charity shop the other day. It has the most boring label, which I'm not surprised, because it's probably put out by the record company without much input from the band. I never really got Emerson, Lake and Palmer. This is just a real hodgepodge of stuff. A lot of the tracks sounds unfinished. A lot of the tracks sound like solo tracks. You know, Keith Emerson is just all organs and keyboards, obviously. The best thing on here is a version of I Believe in Father Christmas, which was Greg Lake, of course, great Christmas song. You hear every Christmas without fail. But that single, whenever you hear it, it sounds quite woolly, the way it's been recorded. But this version on here, strangely enough, sounds really good. So maybe they re-recorded it, or shortened it probably. They say the time's on here. They may have done a different version of it for the Christmas song to make it short. Oh no, it's 3 minutes 16, so no, they must have done a remix or something, thinking they were going to make it better, but this sounds really good on here, the I Believe in Father Christmas. It's worth almost keeping just for that, but it'd just be for that one track because the rest, it's not doing it for me. So that might be a sell. Can't remember the quality of it, but yeah, I think that's going to be a dump. ELP dump. Next up, got this one just the other day. Super Stereo Sound Sampler. That's a lot of S's. Make sure you got your teeth in for that one. Now it's a Super Stereo Sound Sampler. I think I just said that. And it's like a showcasing the latest technology with stereo sound. What date is this? Oh, it's all different dates, but the latest date is 67. So I don't really know when the album came out, but anyway. Let me show you the label first of all. This Mercury label. I've not seen one that colour, I don't think. It's a Mercury label, if I can say it, is more of a deep blue, isn't it? And the top, that circular thing, oval thing around the Mercury. I think that's different. I should have got another one out, shouldn't I? What have I got on Mercury? Steve Miller. He's on Mercury, isn't he? Let's have a look. Steve Miller. Here we go. No, not that one. Oh, this is the Mercury one. Yes, this is the Mercury label I'm used to. This one. Sort of more blue. A lot more simple than that one. That's Steve Miller. Fly Like an Eagle. Yeah. Anyway, back to the subject. Yeah, it's a completely different kind of label. Anyway, I played this. It sounds really good. Great stereo separation. It's very lively and sparkly. The first two tracks really bounce out of the speaker. Billy Byers Big Band. Never heard of him. And Klebanoff and his orchestra. Never heard of them, but wow, it's almost like orchestral punk in places. I mean, they're really going for it to show you the stereo sound. Funny thing is, on the back it says this modern record. This modern record can be played with every modern mono or stereo lightweight pickup using a stylus with a tip radius, preferably not exceeding 18 microns. Have you got a micron measurer? No, I haven't. The stereo sound is, however, only produced when stereo equipment is used. You know, that makes sense, doesn't it? Quite like the lazy expression on the cover. She looks totally bored, and it looks like that photo shoot took way longer than it should have done, and she's halfway through that glass of wine and can't wait to go home and relax. Hope she got paid well. So yeah, it was interesting. It was interesting. I'm making weird noises now. It was interesting, but that was about it. That is for the dump. Right, next up, that'll be the date. Now, the times I've seen this in second-hand shops, charity shops, but it's never been quite the right price or condition, because all the ones I've seen, I'll probably only see it for £5, but to me, I thought, not really worth it, because you've got 40 tracks on it, 10 tracks per side, so I'm thinking not good quality. But I saw this for £1 just the other day. It's on the Ronco label, if you're old enough to remember that. Ronco always did budget albums. Look how small the grooves are, how much they've squashed on there. So the reason why I got it, well, mainly because it was £1, but this reminds me of my dad, because this is one of the records that was never far from his stereo. Probably used to play it nearly every Friday night, Saturday night when he would have friends round for a drink or two and listen to some music. My dad was a great Reader's Digest guy, buying all those big box sets, which I used to have fun going through. But I do remember this one definitely, so it's just nice to have it. I wasn't expecting much for the quality, because A, it's £1 and B, it's on Ronco, and they squashed all those tracks on. But how wrong can you be? I take it all back. Dear Ronco, they did quite an amazing job with this. I don't know how they managed to squash all them tracks on and still keep it hi-fi. It sounds really good. I just played it this morning. I'm amazed. Baby, I'm amazed. Yeah, I'm amazed. Only side 3 is pressed off centre, so you get a bit of a warble, but it was £1. Yeah, I'll show you the inside. Nothing much to look at on the inside. I tell you what's a great track is David Essex Rock On. Very futuristic. Kind of doesn't belong on here because it's all 50s, right? But because David Essex was in the movie, where is he? There he is. With Ringo, of course. I mean, the film was great. If you've ever seen the film, it's well worth watching. I feel like I want to watch it again now because it's like, decades since I've watched it before. Last time. Who's that? Is that Billy Fury there? I think so. Yeah. But, yeah. What was I saying? The David Essex track, Rock On. That's got some hefty bass on it, and it's very, very different. Very, I was going to say futuristic, but very inventive. Way ahead of its time, really. And not a lot goes on, but what does go on, it's just important to the track. Very interesting track. Rock On, David Essex. Anyway, finally got a decent copy of that. And that's definitely a keep, because it not only sounds good, but nostalgically as well. Next up, a band I've never really heard of, but I liked the cover. £1 again. The Amazing Rhythm Aces. I thought that was a great cover. I'm not quite sure what's going on. It's kind of got a bit of an Indian feel about it. It says on the back, actually, if I can see it, cover art from the unknown paintings of K. Nielsen, 1977, which is the picture. The album's actually 1978. So yeah, I just got it for the cover, because when you look on the back, you definitely don't get it for the pictures on the back. Now, what's going on there? I'm not quite sure. That's not a look that took off, unsurprisingly. I mean, it must have been a hot day. I mean, last few days here in London, I felt like putting a damp towel on my head. It's been a bit warm, to say the least. Inner sleeve, I won't show you that too long because there's a couple of unsuitable photos on there, on the ABC label. Played this morning, but it's a little bit too country and western for me. Very laid back. In fact, the first track is so laid back. You think, hang on, maybe I've put side 2 on first, but no, they start off with just a gentle breeze. It's all a bit mid-tempo, and I say just a little bit country and western, bit too twangy for me. Amazing Rhythm Aces. It's going to be a dump. Oh no! This one I got a while back, but I just kept moving it around and not playing it. I was quite taken by the cover again. I thought that was quite an avant-garde, weird cover, but yeah, it's not having the same effect on me now, I have to say. I don't quite know what's going on there. Is that an organ? I just don't get the green bit. Is this, hang on, is that the pipes? No, it's not the pipes, is it? Is it? I don't know. Maybe this is some weird design of an organ or something. Who knows? It's Welsh, all the way from Wales, from Llandaff Cathedral, organist Robert Joyce. It's got this rather spooky thing on the back as well, spooky picture. I played it. It's good recording, very solid recording, but it's just church organ, so it kind of not my kind of thing. The inner sleeve is quite interesting. It's pink writing and the label. I'll come to that in a minute. Oh, the one thing that made me laugh on the bottom here was, note, it says, when held at certain angles, the surface of this stereophonic record looks different than that of a monaural disc. Monaural disc. I think I was right first time. ... It may even appear to be worn. Oh. Not worn like wearing it, but of course, it continues, of course this is only an illusion caused by the unusual way in which the grooves of this record are cut. Well, I mean, flipping heck. But I do like the label. That's one of the best designed labels I've ever seen. I think I'm getting it. That's lovely, isn't it? Let's show the other side just in case it comes out a little bit better. But yeah, it's nah. I don't think I'll be needing any organ music in the foreseeable future, so I think it's a dump. Oh dear. Dumping one's organ. Right, last is a well, I thought it was an album, but it's actually a 12-inch single by a band I never heard of, and that's why I got it, because it's more interesting. Again, £1 in the £1 section. The title of the band is not on the front cover. This is the title of the album, I'm assuming. Here's Looking at You. It's actually by a band called Peeping Tom. There's the chaps there. Now, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, I don't know, it's got something about reels and jigs, so it's going to be, what do they call it? I can't think what it's called. It's too what? You know, that stuff Fairport Convention and Steel Ice Band play. Anyway, Peeping Tom. When I was looking at the writing on the back, it said produced by Dave Pegg. Now, Dave Pegg was in Fairport Convention, I do believe, or Steel Ice Band. I get those two mixed up. I don't quite know why. I think they did interchange members at one time, didn't they? I don't know. I saw Dave Pegg, and the fact that it says traditional on a lot of the songs and jigs and reels, I'm thinking, well, melodeon, mandolin, I'm thinking, yeah, it's going to be a bit up-tempo and quite pleasant. And it is, and it's recorded great. Obviously, these guys have probably released this themselves because it's on the Peeping Tom label. So it's actually a 12-inch single. I put it on the wrong speed, first of all, on 33, and I thought, well, this is not very bouncy or dancey, but helps if you put it on 45. Yeah, Peeping Tom, excellent beefy sound. I mean, it's really good. I'm going to keep this, I think. It's not really worth much, is it? Just a 12-inch single, so I'll keep that in case I want to have a quick jig now and again. I still can't remember what it's called. Folk music. How can I not remember that? Dear oh dear. I'll blame it on the heat. I better go. I'll plug my brain in for the next one.